Is it on yet? Yes. It is. Hello, Peter P. Merry Christmas. Now, this topped on just for you, Peter P. I'm going to tell you is I thought I'll do a live stream. I think I've got it a bit wrong. I set it up, I scheduled it, and then just as I started doing this, it wasn't there. So I don't know really what happened there. But anyway, keyboard and topped on battery jump pack, because I decided I was doing it, and at that moment radio went on next door. So I have to do something to drown out the sound of awful, truly awful pretend music that may well be on at the moment, in a moment, making my day horrid. So, which one is it that's here? Because there's Gaz on a trike. Who am dat dare? One of you likes this for some reason. I'm going to try and move this up a bit. Let's put the old phone on charge, and with this tripod there, the thing is it is in the way. I've got a microphone receiver plugged into the phone, and then that's on charge through there. So there's a gap about that big needed at the bottom. But of course, there isn't a gap that big there. So what I'm having to do instead is just move this right the way to the top and hope it doesn't fall off. Because if it does, there's going to be trouble, isn't there? Big trouble. Big trouble just for me. Right, here we go. I think he might have turned it down a little bit, actually. Like pinto beans, says Jesus of Methalium. What are you on about? There we go. Doesn't need to be on too loud, I don't think, but just enough. Because actually, nothing makes me more irritated than the sound of cack music, and a simple chord is more palatable than that. I would prefer to have toothache than listen to pop music designed for teenagers. That's really it, especially when it's played through a radio of an old man. So the Greenwood is here. Merry Christmas, everyone. I fell asleep for an entire year, it seems. Well, it has been known, but I don't really... No, it's still on. It's still on. But let me ask you, is this sound in the background really distracting? Is it annoying? Would you prefer the sound of the radio? Yo ho ho, maybe he's listening. That's why he's turned... Maybe he's listening. Imagine that. No, he won't be, because he doesn't know how the internet works. And I'm getting cold now, but I don't really think this jacket's going to be... No, it's definitely not. I've been outside in the wet, moving cars around, trying to prepare myself for next week. Something good, hopefully, is going to happen next week. In fact, actually, lots of potentially good things are going to happen next week. Potentially good all the time. It's just that sometimes that potential goodness turns into something cack instead. I couldn't hear it until you pointed it out. That's interesting. Who'd have thought it? Brian Risso, do you live in that garage? I can see a bed in the background. It's actually a headlining, not a bed. It's a headlining. Do you know what a headlining is? That is what's on the inside roof of a car to stop the condensation building up in the cold and dripping on your bumps. It's not really a bed, and it wouldn't really work as a bed, because actually it's made predominantly of fiberglass, so that would be a rather itchy night's sleep for you. You wouldn't like that, would you? Maybe you're used to it. Maybe your bed makes you itchy. Oh, that's what you say. Anyway, welcome, Brian Risso. Pookie Dookie Slay Queen. Hi, hello, Pookie Dookie Slay Queen. And whoever you are, hi, I'm from Russia. My name is Sasha, and you? No, I'm not called Sasha. I'm called Mustard. And that's hence the name of the live stream, name of the channel, etc. Nothing. Oh, I've just remembered something. I just remembered something. I'm going to get slightly undressed now. Only slightly though. I'm going to take this wet top off and put on one that isn't wet, so I can be a bit more comfortable. And also bung on my coat. It's here because I forgot to take it home yesterday. I spent probably a total of about an hour in the lockup yesterday, but I was away from home for nearly 12. That's because I went on a special delivery. That's better. Nice to be wearing something that isn't. It's wet with coat on. And I remembered that because I left my coat sit in the car. This one, oh, it's cold, but at least it's not wet. Still something going on. The return of JJ, asks Peter P. No? The return of JJ. Well, no, that's an interesting point, because yeah, as you may well know, I don't really have a great deal of spare room in the yard. In fact, I don't have any spare room. And while I have two company cars that desperately need to be buggered off, and Tom's car that is still here and doesn't look like it's ever going to be going, I'm basically paying for the space of three cars that are never really going to be doing anything. So I've got to do something rather quickly with those, because it is somewhat taking away my opportunity to take on anything new that I could make any money on. I'm not going to earn any money off of Tom's car being here. I'm not going to earn any money off of Land Rover being here when it's already way past its best. So going to have to take some measures. Going to have to basically cut the losses, I reckon. Otherwise I'm going to just end up completely on my arse, aren't I, before long as well. If I can't get anything else in, if I can't have another car, I can't sell another car. I've got two to sell at the moment. By the way, if you're interested, if anybody wants a car, I do have two to sell. But I've also been offered another one at a very, very good price. And JJ, well, yeah, I like that car and I have expressed an interest in it. The only thing is, it's going to be another car in the yard that I'm going to have to sell in order to not have it in the yard. And then, but because it's not my car, I don't really, I'm not going to benefit massively from it, but I will get a bit, I hope. Especially if I sell it quickly, a little bit is better than nothing. If I sell it not quickly, then maybe I'll get a bit more. Isn't that pointless me talking about that? Right, okay, so now, I have a feeling that I've lost a set of keys somewhere. No, I haven't. No, it's fine. Okay, never mind. Let's carry on. It's now become like a hearing aid or a hearing test. Do I have to press a button when I hear the noise? You could press. Oh, there's a point. If everybody really felt like that, you'd probably just go off the live stream because it just gets irritating. But then, here's the question: what's more annoying of the three things? This constant chord sound, I'll change it to another one, or that awful fucking sound from next door, or just me talking. The difference is that this won't get me a strike on my YouTube channel. That will. Jimmy Quinn is here. Hello, Jimmy Quinn. Good afternoon. Nice to see you, Jimmy Quinn. Yeah. Everyone, new rule has been added. Can't believe I have to say this. Please don't give Please don't give birth in a live stream. It makes people very uncomfortable. Thank you, Oracle. Have you experienced such a thing? Because I don't think I have. Hello, I am from Turkey. Hello, I'm going to call you Unul. Unul. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, guys. Hey, 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 hey. Lol, that's quite funny. I can't believe that's an actual rule. Oh, right. Hang on. Hang on. Are we saying that this is actually a rule, a new rule sort of set out by livestream, by YouTube, but telling you that you can't give birth on the live stream? Because it wouldn't surprise me if some people do a live stream of exactly that. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Do tell me, is it a real thing, or is it just something you've made up? Because actually, at the moment, I'm feeling gullible enough to believe it, even if it isn't true. Maybe I just want something exciting to happen, I don't know. Right. Why am I worrying about keys? For some reason, I've got it in my mind that I've lost some keys, and it's just really distracting me. Hello, James Martin. Hey, hey. I know what I need to do. I probably need to put this on all chat filter, all messages. There we go. Just in case we're missing anyone this time. I thought just then that that's switched off, but it's not. It's on. It's louder again. I have thought, what I did think when he started doing this, I thought I'm just going to nip in there and just turn it down, because he's not in there. He's in his little office. That's got louder, honestly. He's in his little office with the door closed so he can get warm, and the radio's there so he can hear it. It's definitely got louder. It's actually really, really distracting me. I've been off work with sciatica. That made me very uncomfortable, says Gaz on a trike. Also had a tad bored, can't drive either, as my clutch leg is the one that's playing up. That is quite annoying. The only, sciatica, when you get it affecting the kind of shooting pains down your leg, horrible, isn't it? It is horrible. But I've usually just get it in my back, like someone stabbing me in the back. It's not nice at all. I've never been off work with it though. Oh yeah, I have, but only when I was paying myself basically. So the only person suffering was me. It's not like you can have a nice little time off work. No, it's just shut the fuck up. It's doing my head in, honestly. Oh, do you know I used to have this thing here where when I didn't do YouTube or anything like that, I'd just be here in the lockup trying to do work. And I'd hear this cack in the background, and it would actually make me feel angry. Oh, I thought I'd switched it off then. No, sorry I'm late. I've been watching Midwives Live. Have I missed anything? Mark the Vicar says. Well, I've said this before. You can't be late to a live stream. It's almost like it's not your job. You don't have to be here, and it's perfectly okay. Nobody has to apologise for either being here or not being here, or not even buggering off because they're getting distracted by the sound of this. It is, says Gaz on a trike. What is? Hello, just checking in, says the guy from SETI Alpha 5, also known as Barry, because that's his name. Nice to see you. Oh, I found a thing again. What thing? What thing's that, Greenwood? What thing is that? Right, I can't read that now. Oh, I'm gonna get my glasses again. Can turn down a bit now. I think it's right. I can't hear the music, but I can hear the keyboard, says the Greenwood. Right now, you tell me. Is it actually annoying? Because if it is, then I'll go off into the car instead. But it's more, well, I mean, obviously the two reasons: one, to stop that from getting through there, but also to try and stop it from getting into my head. Gotta get my glasses. Oh, Hang on, they're not there. Oh, no, they're no good. No, I've got a feeling I've left them somewhere else. I've got a feeling that they might... Have I left them at home? Oh, I hope not. Please tell me quickly, is this really annoying? Please, please. I'm all the way from Myanmar. How's your day? Well, it could have been better. Hello from the Philippines. Oh, Philadelphia, Mississippi, says Heather. Oh, well, welcome, Heather. Proper. T90, right, T90, I've read yours. Arthur Morgan, howdy partner. Hello, Arthur Morgan. And it's getting a bit like the organs warming up at church. Funeral only to go to church. Great news if you can hear again. Greenwood. Ah, right. Semi-annoying, not too bad. Semi-annoying. Now the thing is, some people wouldn't find the sound. Most people would call it music, but I don't even want to use that word because, as far as I'm concerned, music should be something creative, not something that's just designed to make money and is copied off of everything else and following a particular format because that's what works. That's not music, is it? That's not creative. So I really don't like to call it music at all. Hello from Florida, says Marge Reed. Ah, yes, I think mustard's cured my deafness. Well, there we go. I've done something useful today then. It's better than video lag. When do we ever have video lag? Pardon. Ah, if the sky falls, says Nebula. If the sky falls. When? The sky doesn't fall, does it? It can't really actually fall anywhere. The keyboard, to me, sounds like a little car ticking over near the background. Yeah, and that is just the kind of thing that some people would find really quite irritating. Just a constant drone going on somewhere. And I think... right, the pretend music isn't there now, but just some gobshites talking. So we can tolerate... Well, I struggle to tolerate gobshites, but I prefer the gobshites to the gobshites pretend, version of music, at least. And I'm going to have myself a cup of tea. I wouldn't say it's a well-deserved cup of tea because it's just a cup of tea, and I'm not even overly thirsty, but I could do with one. And I could also do with something to eat. I have this challenge on the go at the moment of, as many of you will know, I've stopped eating carbohydrates. Well, things with carbohydrates, and just trying to eat meat and eggs and stuff, and it's made me feel a lot more healthy. But then I had another idea, which is a video I'm making this week for this channel of can I feed myself for £30 in 1 week? And I'll mention this in the last live stream I did at home, and so far it's actually a lot easier than I was expecting whilst having enough food. But when you eat things like eggs a lot, you end up just not being hungry, and then you just don't really even want anything to eat. It's a really strange thing. But yesterday I went out, and by the time I'd come back home at like about 7:30, all I'd eaten all day was 4 eggs. I might have to go and get my glasses in a minute. Thank you, Margot Reed. Yes, yeah. Well, I don't really want to call it a diet because a diet kind of almost suggests that it's a temporary thing, whereas I don't really see it as that. I see it as a lifestyle change. King of Skid Biddy Toilet, you alpha male gotcha player, Kensin lower give giga chad. What the? Don't know what that's about, Nebula. I mean, maybe I'm missing something really important, but no idea what that's supposed to mean. No video lag here, just saying like, right, I see. Oh, a message has been deleted. That can only ever be a good thing. Tom McDonald and Roseanne Barry just got out a new View music video. I don't know who they are. And I want to eat Tom Riddle's meat. Who's Tom Riddle? What kind of meat does he make? Well, what kind of? I presume he's a butcher. No, that's a big name. I was saying I need my reading glasses. I've got these ones here. These are not very good. Who did you love and give up when? Oh, message retracted. It's pointless then, isn't it, really? There's no point reading something. Well, I can't read it because it's not there any longer. I want to make love with Tim Riddle, says Nebula. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I'm glad you're doing well with it. I always fall off. Yeah, well, that's the thing. If it is just a diet, if you just try, well, the reason why people fall off diets is because they're hungry and they crave things, and they feel like they're missing out on something. Whereas I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. The only challenging part of it is actually making interesting food. Because actually, I love potatoes and I love bread, and I'm not entirely giving them up. I did make some bread the other day, and there's a big difference between making your own bread and leaving it to sit out overnight so it ferments and goes really smelly, and then cooking it. Because there's, that becomes bread that's actually got something in it that's good for you. Some of the fermentation creates a particular type of gut bacteria that, does you a favour. Whereas this stuff that you just get out of a packet doesn't. It's just bad. Oh, I've got an itchy head now. Mike Potter. Hello, Mike Potter. Do you know what it's like to... Do you know what it's like to make love to your soulmate? I don't know. What is a soulmate, really? When people use the term soulmate, they often end up using that term for more than one person. Because actually it's like, oh, they find somebody and they really like them. They must be my soulmate. And then they fall out and they hate each other. And then they're not. And then they find somebody else who tends to take over that. No, it's definitely on. So I can't really answer that one properly. Is that the case? Yes, I love making my own bread. Yes, sensible. It's time consuming, of course. It is time consuming, but when it's as nice as it can be, it's worthwhile doing. Right. That guy is saying his bro only had arthritis. Well, right, okay. Is soulmate what they used to call your short bottoms on? Yes, guys, that's right. Well said. Thank you. That's the kind of comment I like. We need more like that, don't we? So, drop my tea bag. Just as well I'm not putting it back in the cup. Seriously, it takes the piss, this. Can't stand it anymore. It's doing my head in. Right, how are you? Asks James Oliver. I'm okay besides that racket going on next door. That's not how it works for eternity. Hey? Do you even have numerous kids with her? Oh, Windy Miller's here. Okay, right. No, so there's a good thing. When Windy Miller turns up, we get some interesting comments, ones that I can understand. Oh, CZS is making some sort of thing that I don't understand. Brilliant. Welcome to this live stream. YouTube has some great cooking videos. I'm sure it does. I'm sure there's loads of them. Not that I've really watched them. I mean, I've made some of my own, and I'll make some more. But it's when to do them, you see, because in the evenings it's too noisy in the house, and then I don't really. I'm making excuses really, aren't I? Hey, Peter, I'm back in the warm bosom of Britain now. Welcome back, Windy Miller. You are a nice man, says CZS. Thank you very much. That's the kind of thing you're welcome to say, and I should suggest that I'll try and be as nice a man as I can. Where's Paul Birch? Paul Birch was here, yes. Evening, Mustard. Glad to see you've got your glasses today. Well, I haven't. These are the wrong glasses. The actual glasses I need are in the car. And I'm going to go and get them in a minute. But whilst the like 40, 50, quite a few people just popped in there, I don't really want to be wandering off. Although maybe it would be better. DJ Palsy P, Merry Christmas. This year went quick. Yes, didn't it? He has got a pair of glasses. Not sure there is, but they are. I bought them. I just, they're not prescription glasses. I like watching Boaty's cooking videos. He doesn't do many Boaty cooking videos, does he? And there's some great videos. Yep. Walking the dog and listening, says Mike Potter. Listening to this. Welcome. Why? Why have you got organ music stuck? I've explained that once to drown out the noise from next door. It's gone off again now. Well, what happens on the commercial radio stations is you have gobshites talking, adverts, all gobshitish, and then music that nobody really should be listening to because it's awful. And just repeat until somebody smashes the radio. Weird, because actually, for some reason, more viewers to this live stream than normal. Maybe it's the sound of my keyboard doing this. Who else has a keyboard in their workshop, eh? Nobody. It's just not the kind of thing you have in a workshop, is it? Because it doesn't really belong there. But, as you can see, it definitely has its uses. If you're using anybody else's workshop, you won't be able to do this. You just have to get, basically bollocked from YouTube and have a load of people with their pretend music making a claim against you for it being on in the background as if you had some sort of choice over it. Now, what was that there? Parsnips are nice, yes. Right, okay. I feel like I haven't eaten enough vegetables this week. What vegetables should I have tonight? And why should I, and how should I prepare it? Well, that's an interesting and rather good question there, Windy Miller. I would suggest some what the fuck's that? Cruciferous, that's the word. What the hell is that? Honestly, it's moronic, the sounds coming from there. Cruciferous vegetables, yeah. Seriously. Cruciferous vegetables. That's what I would suggest. Have some broccoli and some sprouts and a lovely big pie. I mean, a pie isn't a vegetable, but it could have vegetables in it, of course, couldn't it? That's what I would do. Oh. Get these glasses on ever so slightly wobbly and it's really just not peas. No. But how do you say it? Hello from Mars. Parsnips are nice, yes. What organ do you hate the most? What organ? Kidneys. Can you do a backflip? And you look like you play the guitar. Well, thank you. Obviously, I look like I play the guitar. I've got a beard. I've got hair. Yeah, and yes, I do play guitar. How long have I been playing guitar? I haven't really played it very much recently over the past 10 years, but it's turned it up. 30 years? Have I played for 30 years? No, more than that. 35 years I've played guitar. Is it more than that? No, it's more than that. Wow. It must be like 38 years I've played guitar. Whew, God, that does make me feel old. Not that I mind. Parsnips are nice. I like peas too, but there must be a reason I've been warned off them. Why? Yeah, why should it be warned off peas? What's wrong with peas? My pancreas is annoying me. I'm really, really struggling. You know, it is a bit like somebody just talking in my ear constantly. Excuse me, I'm going to go and get my other glasses. Fucking moronic sound. Fucking moronic sound. Oh, my microphone's still on. Oh dear, that was a bit loud, wasn't it? Hi chaps, I'm back. Just been down to the car where I found my glasses. The only thing is, of course, they will be ever so slightly steamed up a bit, won't they? No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not steamed up because I've not been wearing them. Right, has anybody... Right, now, listen. I'm going to ask for suggestions. What do I do about this man's radio? What do I do? Because he's... do you know how some people, you suggest something to them and they go, oh, yeah, and then they don't do it. Or you give them some sort of advice and they go, yeah, and then they just... You can tell it's just gone completely over their heads. Yeah, that's... he's not a bad man, I don't think. But he doesn't listen to anything that anybody ever says. And I have experienced this an awful lot. And I know that more because the amount of times he talks to me about the same thing over and over again. Every day he kind of collars me, wants to talk about his camper van. And he tells me the same thing over and over again. So with that in mind, he's not the kind of person that actually takes on information. And I know that, and because I've tried telling things in the past, and it doesn't go in. So what do? Do something really aggressive? Just go in there, switch it off? Oh. What would you do? That's so much better. Oh gosh. You Welsh? No, I'm not Welsh. I am. But why would you think I was Welsh? I mean, I don't sound Welsh, do I? Well, that's the sound of the garage closing. Oh, what happened before as well? You know, there was one day I was here last week, and the sound of the radio was just doing my head in so much. I just locked up and went home. You hear that? Sounds like a moaning ghost. Anyway, yeah, it was so bad. I just locked up and went home. And just as I was going out, he went as well. I thought, oh, could have done that earlier. Peas of devil's kidneys, stones. Lots of that. Gauging Entertainment says hello to you. Yuck, seeing as coffee is the devil's urine, you put me right off. What's up with coffee? Hi from War Thunder, says Gauging. Oh, sprouts, good one. I don't like broccoli because I'm a super taster. Yes, that is a real thing, and it means CC and Rex all taste the same iron arbor. All right, kale and stuff like that. ICC and RX. As we've got a couple of missing letters there. Oh, good, they've gone. What's gone? What's gone? No. Noises like gazelles mating, says Mike Potter. I've not experienced the sound of gazelles mating enough to know whether you're correct or not, but I would imagine that's not really entirely right. Damn, bro! Oh gosh, I've got a leaky beak again. Apparently everybody's got a cold or a flu at the moment. How is the car business going? Asks Marge Reed. Well, it's not doing anything because I need to move. I'll have a break from that whilst the gobshites are talking instead. I need to sell a couple of cars. I need to sell a couple and buy one or two. That's what I need to do. I think I will have parsnips, sprouts, and beef and onion pie. Oh, brilliant! Right, okay. That's kind of the advice of everyone, isn't it? Really good one. I fancy that myself now. Now, being as I don't really eat pastry and bread and stuff like that very often, when the idea of a beef and onion pie is presented, I do like the sound of it. I would really enjoy popping down south right now. Not right now, take too long. But I really would quite like to go and experience the old pie and mash shops again. Been a very, very long time since I've had pie and mash. It was about 12 years ago, I think, the last time. Pie and mash and liquor. Does anybody else like pie and mash? You know, those pies, they have a particular taste about them. Really kind of interesting pastry. And the shops with the tiles on the wall look almost like an old swimming baths. And then they give you the plate there, and they slide this mash on the side like that, so it's almost lopsided, and then tip in the green liquid. Lovely. I'm giving myself a craving for that now. Get used to having cravings. That's what I'm saying to myself. And sleep with the window open. Sounds like a plan. Widow. Right. If you had Steve Berry there, the noise would be drowned. Well, it would be, yeah. You're probably right, actually. Right, no, it was a misspelling. There's a reason why it's called Windy. Is that the reason? I bet it's not. Hey, Captain, I'm an old viewer from 2023. Remember me? I was the United States of America. Yes, I do remember. Yes, right. 2023 wasn't that long ago. But yeah, you was one of the people that was always on the live streams when there were lots and lots of views on the go. When as I was talking to another YouTube person earlier on today, we tend to end up talking to each other quite a bit, and he said when he set his channel up, he got loads and loads and loads and loads of views. I thought, this is brilliant. That's how fantastic this is going. And then suddenly it stopped. So I think it's something that all people experience, and it's quite disheartening because you think things are going to be easy, think things are going to go really, really well, and then they just stop. A bit like selling windows. Might be. What's that? I keep thinking my ear's going to unblock itself. Laugh my ass up, sleeping with the window open. FFS, why does my iPad insist on trying to be helpful? I see. Yeah, I understand. I don't have an iPad, but I do know what you mean. It took me a while to really get around this thing where when you type in and you get auto prediction on everything these days. And it switched itself off. 1 second. I've got to find this. There we go, that's better. Yeah, right, so auto predict a word would come up and you've already pressed enter and then so you got the wrong word. I think, oh shit, that's the wrong word. So you go back and try again and it does it again. I remember there was once, I remember it being like, 3 or 4 times, like it's getting irritated with the thing because I don't want that word. I want this word I'm trying to type in. Then I discovered that, of course, you've got to carry on typing the word in, and then I can't remember what it is you do now, but you do something. But I don't seem to have a problem with it any longer. Not like I do explaining things. Oh, hi, whoever you are. You got a sledgehammer, ain't you? Ah, good point, Tonic Hammer. Yeah, he gave it to me. There is indeed Greenwood. It was my father's name after his father's name before him. Lots of retracted messages. Matt N. No, you're talking about as evil as a man can. Watch out. Oh, well. No, right, okay. Although I must be honest, this isn't my real name. My surname isn't Miller. No, I didn't think it was, but your first name is Windy, and I do know that for definite. I have an idea, says Windy Miller. Have copyright-free music playing gently in the background of your unit like a hotel lounge. That would annoy me as well, though, wouldn't it? Do you know, really, what would be more sensible would be if I just made up some music that could be played in the background. But if this keyboard could, well, basically just play back stuff that I've made, and I could play it back loud enough to actually properly drown that out. If I go over here, I can hear it a lot louder again, and it's more the irritation actually than anything, just the irritation of hearing it that really just gets me. You probably imagine I'm quite a nice, calm kind of person, but no, when something annoys me, I get really pissed off. That's really it. Good spannering, matron. Ah, yes. So now matron's in proper use again today, aren't you? Not me. The trash is taking themselves out here. I don't know if it's copyright free, but I particularly enjoy Scheming Weasel. Smart trash. Looks cold in the garbage today, says Catbird68. Well, it is cold. It's cold everywhere in the UK today. We just got to get used to it. We are used to it, aren't we? Now, it seems like there are quite a few people on this live stream today that aren't from the UK, and that's always very nice, and you're very, very much welcome here to listen to me talk cack and look at my rather interesting car. Do you think Nigel should permanently live inside? You just live in here. Yeah, don't bother using them any longer. Just leave them inside here. Wife likes that long stem broccoli, says Gazna Trike. I'm not a fan myself. No frilly bit. All stem, no frilly bit. Long stem broccoli. Purple sprouting broccoli is a bit like that, as I remember. I remember being given some purple sprouting broccoli, and I didn't really care for it too much. It just tasted a bit too woody. But yes, I know what you mean. I like the frilly bit. When is the next bit of BMW content coming? Well, Windy. I don't know. I don't have any car reviews coming up that has a BMW involved. There's no BMW. Here's the problem actually with Big in the 90s. We basically do what we're given. I mean, I did suggest that what we could possibly do is the week before put the word out that we want a particular car the following week and see whether we get a response. But until we're making loads of money out of it, there's no point in doing anything like that because it could be somewhere at the other end of the country. It's just not feasible. So no BMWs on Big in the 90s so far. But how many Mercedes? 2? We're going to get a third one soon. Ah! Good. Gobshites now. Do you like Smashing Pumpkins? Asks Mike Potter. They're all right. They kind of remind me a bit of the Manic Street Preachers, but American. Paul, the man next door, could have Alzheimer's, or he could be deaf. No, he's not. He could be a bit Alzheimer's, but he's not deaf. And what you're saying he's deaf because he has the thing on so loud. He has it on loud because he's got his door closed, and he has it on loud so he can hear it through the door. Now, yeah, anyone with a bit of common sense. Look, I understand. You want to go and sit in your little office. He's got this sort of, his thing's much bigger than mine. So he's got his office that's about probably a third of the width of this in here, at the same length. And so he can warm it up. Understandable. Yeah, I'd probably want to do the same thing. I finish what I'm doing for the day. Don't really need to be hanging about. But I would take the radio in there. That's what I'd do. I'd take the radio in there and then not have it on too loud. And then spend the next 3 hours drinking 20 cans of Carlsberg. Yeah, that's exactly what I would do before wandering home pissed. Well, there we go. There we go. For some reason, I'm feeling a bit less annoyed by it now. Oh, I've got 17 likes. That's good. 17. That's more than usual. I'm never going to get... Oh, I've got 18 likes. That's good. More than usual. Never going to get that 27 this time of day, though. 19. Not bad. Not bad at all. I like a bit of Cockney pie and mash, says Windy Miller. Whenever I go and see the Cockney, I know I have a bit of Cockney food and a knees up in the pub. Oh, 20 likes. Oh, nice. Yeah. Do they still do knees ups? What is a knees up anyway? I often wonder. Is that the kind of thing, it's that, isn't it? Yeah. There's that kind of movement necessary for being a Cockney. 23 likes. Yeah, very good. Well done. Thank you. What's it like being a Cockney? I'll ask the Greenwood. She's a Cockney, aren't you? Any more Cockneys here? I'm having pie and mash and liquor tonight. Just had it delivered from London. Way. Delivered from London. That means you've got to warm it back up again, though. Yeah. I think I would. Oh, my nose is doing my head in. I like it just warmed up. And in the shop itself. It's funny how you get these things where you really want. Not a fan of jellied eels, though. Got to draw a line there. Yeah, I actually never had the jellied eels, I don't think. Obviously, the liquor is made of eel, isn't it? It's like an eel gravy. Oh, is it? Oh, is it? Hang on. It's got a lot of parsley in it, hasn't it? It's... yeah, I think the liquor is... You can correct me if you know better, but I'm sure it's gravy made from the cooking of the eels with lots and lots of parsley in it to make it green. Bit of parsley sauce, much prefer mint sauce, says Gaz on the track. Which shop, Jimmy Quinn? Menzies in Deptford is about as close as you can get. Yeah. Elisa McGillis, hey. Hey, hoo, wah, wah. As we're on the subject of regional food, may I commend the Staffordshire oat cake to anyone finding themselves in Staffordshire? Yes, you may. Yes, you may. Why don't I echo that? Definitely, if you find yourself in Staffordshire, have some oat cake. It's fantastic. It's really nice, and it's at a reasonable price. I hope it's nice, because I've never tried it myself. Do you just sell cars, or do you also fix them, asks Marge. I do a bit of both, really. There are things I will fix, there are things I can fix, there are things I don't really like to go near. There are lots of things when it comes to car mechanics I don't like to touch, and it's generally suspension stuff. And you know what? I mean, that should be the easy part, because you can see quite clearly what bolts where, how it's all held together and everything. It's just that suspension bits always end up rounded off bolts and nuts and things, and you've got to be really rather vigorous. You've got to hit things with hammers. You've got to do all this kind of thing. You get filthy. And then you've got to put things back together, and there are techniques and an awful lot of strength needed and determination needed to put suspension bits back together. The kind of strength or determination that I don't seem to have. Not that I'm strong enough. Plenty of people are much smaller than I am with a lot less muscle available, but it's technique. You see, technique. Wow, we've actually been going for 51 minutes. That's not too bad, really, being as it's been so frustrated. They opened up a pie and mash shop near me in Barnet. Don't think it lasted too long. Far too far out the sticks. Record a diesel ticking over and play that. Thank you, Peter. Set the default bossa nova principle. Yeah, now that's more like it, isn't it? I tell you what, that'd be fun to leave this on and then go out. Imagine if you was next door and this is what you could hear all day. Do you reckon that would annoy you? Definitely does drown out the radio next door. And the other thing is, it probably isn't any more intrusive than just having a chord playing. Maybe it also suits the live stream. People could be coming into this live stream now, hearing this on the go, thinking, yeah, something really cool is happening. Yeah, you can bet you something really cool is really happening. But not because of that. Because of that. It's cold in Florida. Is it? Right, Marge, you tell me how cold it is in Florida. Because I bet it's not that cold. So, there's no news. Oh, Nigel deserves to be indoors. Nigel is indoors. Ever try an auction online? Online auction? Yeah, he needs a Walkman, yeah. 18 says GBR. What's all that about? GBRC EFC 125. Interesting name. They're brilliant. You can listen to cassettes anywhere. Don't forget to like, says Jimmy Quinn, which is rather nice of him to point that out. 24 people have already liked this, and that is not enough. Just at the gate. Yes. Yes, I have no sound. Gosh, that's so nice. It's like, you know, if you're really in pain with something, like a sore foot, a sore throat, an earache, or a toothache, and you take some painkillers and they actually work, and at that point you realise, oh, it's gone. That's what this feels like. I was just about to end this live stream and go home, and now I don't feel like it. Now I feel like staying here because I have every reason to feel content. Not that I'm going to do, because, you know, I mean, it is probably getting a bit late, isn't it? And I set this live stream at about 5 o'clock, so it must be knocking on for 6 right now. Unless suddenly 112 people turn up to carry on watching this live stream, I will be going in 5 minutes. But then, you know, if I don't go, you don't have to stay. I could always get, you know, if that many people turned up, all the people that are here, you are excused should you wish to be. It's a free country. And 26 people have liked this live stream now, which is great. Imagine how much more you'd have liked it if I'd not been ranting and getting wound up by that awful racket next door. Imagine. Oh, I'm all steamed up. Oh, and nearly knocked my phone off the thingy. Yeah. I'm on 34%. Unplug this now, I reckon. Some of them radios too. It's okay being a Cockney. Is it? Oh, it's okay. It's actually okay being a Cockney. As far as I'm aware, a knees up involves someone banging out tunes on a piano, people singing, and lots of drinking. Yeah, I know, and I know, but it makes me wonder really why does everybody really like that? You know, there must be some Cockney people that go down the pub and think, oh bollocks, I'm having a bloody knees up. That's not what I want at all. It's like the Cockney karaoke, isn't it? Hey. If you go to the pub, I've not been to a pub for years really. You go to a pub and they've got a band on. Great if you don't really feel like talking to anyone. Great if you like the band. Other than that, what is the point? What's the point in having to? If you go to a pub and there's a band on, and then if you want any kind of conversation, you've got to shout. Karaoke, same thing but worse and more embarrassing because whilst you've got somebody there singing their little heart out, thinking they're doing a really good job of it, and you just feel embarrassed for them. Either that, if you think that's awful, then you end up in a feeling really awkward just for the fact that you're not pointing out how awful they are. So you can't really be supportive of someone because you feel embarrassed that other people will think that you actually like it. Do you see what I mean? Not very well explained, but explaining things isn't one of my strong points a lot of the time. Ooh, that is fighting talk mustard. Not a Cockney. Not a Cockney. You are a Cockney. Anyone in the South's a Cockney. They are freaking gross, says CBRC. I don't know who they are. I wouldn't mind being a Cockney, but I'm not one. I was born in Surrey. Well, really, I suppose that you're only a bit more Cockney than me then, because I was born in New Hampshire. I think someone has to declare it as a knees up for it to count. Doesn't have to be a pearly king or queen though, which is disappointing. Good day, mate, says Hugh Jass. Hello, Hugh Jass. Welcome. I've never been a pearly king or queen in real life. I would love to be so lucky. Nothing better than a Derbyshire oat cake. Oh, who's ever been a pearly king or queen? Oh gosh, blowing my nose on a live stream. That really is. That's pretty low, isn't it? I do apologise. Gosh, it is cold. I'm gonna have to. Oh, I've got a car to move in the way as well. I hope it'll start. Oatcakes are the bomb. Hot OT pancakes filled with bacon and cheese. Are we going to see more of the Top Don soon? More of the Top Don? I don't know, maybe. I bet the keyboard Beats gets a copyright claim on it. No, I doubt it. At least that would be me doing that though, wouldn't it? Blimey, he's rapping now. What kind of music do you like, asks Marjorie, and movies or sitcoms? That suggests that you're only allowed to like one. Music, interesting question. What kind of music do I like? Well, it's not a kind of music. I'd like music if it's good, but I don't if it isn't. And unfortunately, being good isn't really, the deciding factor on whether people like it or not, it seems. That's why we have TV programming like the X Factor or the Come Dancing or those kind of things, because there were loads of people. There were a lot more people out there that like bad things than like good things. That's my explanation. Now, if you think it's a good explanation, stick with it, because they're the kind of explanations I have. Because it's true. Although it probably goes entirely against popular opinion. 27. Have a beer. Oh, yes, you're right, Wendy, Peter. That is true, isn't it? That is. I've always said that. 27 likes, I'm allowed a beer, but I'm not gonna have a beer now, am I? No, I'm at work. I've got to go home first, and then I haven't got any beer there. So what am I going to do? Somebody send me some beer. That's the answer. Right. You know where I am. Bossa Nova is the B Red Street Pro. Is the B Red? Is that Bread Street keyboard program? They may as well not bother with the other ones. Best. That's my keyboard playing up again. Yeah, right. Okay, it's the best. Yeah, I kind of agree. You could go home and leave the Bossa Nova overnight. No. I thought you were suggesting just going home and leaving the live stream running then, like a boaty thing might do. Have a great night, says Marge. Happy Christmas, or Merry Christmas, says Hooked on Classics. Merry Christmas to you, Simone. Hi, it's Christmas. It's Simone. I used to work with a man called Cockney Dave. He was from Watford. My dad was called Tooting Dave. He was from Yorkshire. Did he make train noises? Hello, children of the Queen. I've just nipped out for some beer. Cornflour is the excuse. Bishop's finger tonight. Oh, yes, Gaz, that's right. Not had an Emily Bishop's finger for quite a while. That's one of those beers that can be a bit inconsistent, I've found. But the most inconsistent beer, which is a shame, I think, is Marston's Old Empire. A really nice bottle of Marston's Old Empire is about as nice as beer gets. But then sometimes you could have it and it's like it's got some of the ingredients missing. You may as well just drink lager. Anyway, I really think I should lock up and go because it's cold, it's wet, I need a wee, and I don't want to bore you any further. So, thank you very much for joining me on this live stream. There will definitely be one on Sunday night on this channel. That is sometimes an impromptu live stream will happen, but definitely Sunday night is my night. Okay, now, bye-bye, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you very, very, very much.